Welcome everyone to a new episode of A-Series Rockets, the video series where a guy not qualified to build rockets builds rockets. Today on the agenda, soldering, installing and testing our new LoRas system. Grab your snack and beverage of choice and enjoy the video. So these things are the, let's just say, new radio things. They're LoRa chips, and they are supposed to be able to to transmit data over 10 kilometers. So that's of course more than enough for what we want to do. The only thing is, it doesn't have any pins, so we gotta solder them on themselves. Thing is, I absolutely suck at soldering, so the next time lapse will probably be really enjoyable for you all to see me suck at soldering. Let's just dive in. Words could not describe the amount of pain ahead of us. I've just spent 45 minutes making an absolute mess. It's like we have a lot of these little, I'll call them marbles, like copper and tin marbles from all the solder that we've wasted. And then we've got the two antennas mounted on top of the LoRa modules. But honestly, they look so fragile, they very well might just break just by looking at it. But the fact that I just spent 45 minutes on this, I really don't like this at all. So I will just plug out the soldering iron for today and just continue on tomorrow. I'll keep you all updated. Another day, another change of plans. First of all, I've learned what landscape mode is, so I'm now actually filming in landscape mode. So that probably will be affecting the way you watch the video. It will be a bit better, honestly. Probably. Hopefully. But I thought a bit. Maybe I don't have to solder these things. Maybe I can just like push my pins through them and just onto the breadboard itself. I might actually try that. So I will look up a guide online on how I use these things, and then I'll try to build a circuit out of it. As you can see now, I'm very quickly running into issues with spacing and everything, so maybe it's just for the better that I solder just the connectors that I need and just leave the rest. That will maybe be the best option. So yeah, back to soldering, I guess. A couple of days later, and after requesting some quick assistance from someone who actually can solder. Okay, so I got this setup working. This is the sender. This is each second sending out a hello world. It's like, it's pretty simple, just a hello world and then the counter. And the counter is like the number you see here. And this is the receiver, and it's connected up here. And if you look at it, it receives the actual things, sometimes with a bit of delay, so I don't know what's up with that. But as you can see, also a bunch of garbage data. Data that I can't really use for anything. So I'm still trying to figure out what the data is and how I can parse it. But it's good that I already received data. So maybe I should just like implement some sort of filter into my packets so I can distinguish which one's mine and which one's not. So yeah, pretty interesting. Adding a filter later. I've now changed it up so that at the beginning of each packet, the sender will first write this sequence of bits. It's just a random sequence. I used a random number generator and converted the result of that to binary. And that's being sent. And on the other side, it checks if the first bit of the first bits of the packet isn't that exact sequence, and if it isn't, then it just ignores it. And that seems to have filtered out all of the garbage. So now I just gotta change it up. So, oh, by the way, I rewired this to be a bit better. So now I just gotta change it up so it can send duplex, and then we'll be done basically. Then we can do our long range test. I've now gotten little indicator LEDs. The red one is for whether or not it's powered on. Then the yellow one flashes when it's sending. The green one when it receives. So this one's sending and this one's receiving. But as you can see, I still gotta work a bit on the antennas because sometimes we have a bit of a packet loss, but most of the time it comes through. So that's quite good, I guess. And that concludes the 4th episode of A-Series Rockets. Next episode will be the long distance comms test, this time for real. If you enjoyed, consider liking, sharing and subscribing. See ya!